The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Into the lane and just gets the roll.
Wow.
A Q Media Group production.
And the serve just clears the top of the net. Played by the Bombers.
Local high school sports. Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group WCM stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Rush City High School for tonight's non-section, non-conference matchup between the Rush City Tigers and the Barnum Bombers. Not the Bram Bombers this night. It is the Barnum Bombers here this evening inside Rush City High School. Good evening, everyone. I am Ethan Game Day Gilman, as you heard in the intro, and I'm excited to start a new week off at Rush City High School. I don't got to go too far, and well, then I don't got to leave to go too far either. So I'm pretty excited to be out here for this one, though. I've got to cover Rush City a couple times here this year. Actually, I think it may have only been once so far, but it was a good game, and I am really excited to be back out here on a Monday, no less, to start the week at Rush City High School for what should be another good game this evening between the Tigers and not the Bombers you think of when you hear the name Bombers. We're usually used to seeing the Bram Bombers. Not tonight. It is the Barnum Bombers here this evening, taking on the Rush City Tigers. Of course, we are here in the Here's the Pitch pregame show this evening as we get started for tonight's game. Tip-off coming, well, was going to come around 7 o'clock. Now around 7:10, but that's okay. We're here anyways. But Here's the Pitch pregame is brought to you by, of course, Here's the Pitch in North Branch, which is the area's premier indoor training facility. Fast pitch, slow pitch, or baseball batting cages. You can tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. And with that, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to all of our loyal listeners who tune into all our games that we cover. We appreciate that. I specifically appreciate that because, well, if you continue to listen, I continue to be able to come out and call games. Now, if nobody's listening and or watching on our YouTube, well, they simply tell me, hey, Ethan, nobody's watching or listening, so you don't need to go out there anymore. And then I lose my job. So I appreciate all of our loyal listeners for tuning in. Also want to give a huge, huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors. It is because of their sponsorship that we are able to bring you this game and all the games that we broadcast completely free. So we appreciate all of our fine sponsors. Remember, we will never ask you for your credit card information to watch our games. You will not have to pay to watch any of our games that we broadcast, so just remember that. So while we get that, why don't we just take a moment to hear a word from some of our fine sponsors here on Anthem Country WCMP.
The Classic Edge HDX from Center Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you.
This furnace can heat anything, your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX.
The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating.
It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Pepsi 12 packs are 2 for $16. Firewood bundles get 3 for $26. Mix and match breakfast and lunch sandwiches are just 2 for $6. And don't forget, Food Network's Guy Fieri's Flavortown menu line, burritos, sandwiches, and churros. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on WCMP Anthem Country, out here at Rush City High School to begin the brand new week as the Tigers host the Barnum Bombers again, not the Bram Bombers that we're used to calling. No, this one will be the Barnum Bombers. Of course, I say used to calling, but honestly, I've called enough games where our local teams are playing Barnum that it's really not too weird anymore. So as much as it is sometimes, though, when you get that game where it's Barnum and Bram, boy, oh boy, is that, jeez. I tell you what, that is one that I like calling. Don't get me wrong, I do like calling, but I don't like calling because, boy, does it confuse the absolute you-know-what out of me when I'm trying to say the Bombers. Oh, wait, not that Bombers, the other Bombers. So, but we're here, it's Tigers and Bombers tonight, and we'll take a look at how the Barnum Bombers stack up so far here this season. As we take a look at them, they moved down a class. Now, they were Double A for, well, quite a few years, and then they dropped down this season to Single A. Take it for what you will. I don't think it should be that way, but I'm not in charge of that. Barnum, though, having a pretty darn good year so far. They are so far 3-0 and 2-0 in section play. They have one of the best scoring offenses in Section 7 Single A at 80 points per game. They're second behind the top scoring offense in the section, which is Ely at 91 points per game. Everybody, though, chasing Cherry, who's already 4-0 and 2-0 in section play. Barnum still has a pretty good defense, though. They are giving up only 40 points per game, which is, again, tied for second with Deer River, but it is also second to Ely, who's given up 30 points per game. So Barnum and everybody chasing Ely as well as Cherry. But Barnum so far, we'll take a look at their 3 wins and their 2 section wins so far. Barnum so far has beat McGregor, Southridge, and Ogilvy. Now, Ogilvy's a young squad. They're continuing to learn. But I don't think they've faced top competition yet. I think tonight is going to be one of the tougher teams that they're going to play in the first half of their season. Now, they're going to play Hinckley Finlayson later this week. Well, actually tomorrow. And then they'll play Deer River on Friday. Then they'll play Cloquet and then Bram. So it gets a little tougher, but I think up to this point, and maybe even up to Bram next Tuesday, or is that, the following Tuesday, so the last Tuesday of the month. Up to that point, I don't think anybody's going to be a more physical match for them than this Rush City squad will be. I think this is going to be their hardest test of the season. It's really going to test what kind of team Barnum is this year. Now, looking at what they did last year, Barnum, they were 19-9 at the end of the season, 7-3 in section play. Now, they got into the playoffs, beat Mesabi East handedly in the first round by 31 points, but then lost to Staples Motley in the section semifinals, 67-45. So, taking a look last year, these two teams did play, and it was Rush City getting the victory on the road, 80-60. That was Barnum getting the victory, 80-60. So, these two teams did play last year. And again, 80-60, it's not bad, but I think this year, I don't want to say that Rush City is necessarily better because I haven't seen them enough to really say, and it's also before Christmas, but this team might have a little bit more speed than they have had in years past. They're still that same physical team that they've been, that we've known them to be for however many years I've been covering games, but I think they might have a little bit more team speed this year. So I think Rush City going to be their toughest test yet, but of course we'll have to wait and see. For the Rush City Tigers, they play out of Section 6 AA. They're 2-2 on the season and 1-0 in section play. Now, here's the big difference. They're only scoring about 47 points per game. while giving up about 63 points per game. That is the big difference right now for Rush City. Again, 2-2, but their offense has yet to kind of get going. We've seen it a little bit against Pine City, but still, they've got some things left to be desired out there on the court for this offense. Defensively, I think they're a little bit better than what that defense shows, but they've lost to two really tough teams. Their two losses have come to teams who already have QRFs over 50. This early in the season, that's pretty darn good. Now, the team they lost to start the season was Mora, and they lost to them 79-29. Then they beat two teams in a row, Hinckley and Pine City. They beat Hinckley nearly by 20 and Pine City almost by 10. They then lost to Howard Lake Waverly Winston last Friday. So they're trying to get that bitter taste out of their mouths from losing to Howard Lake Waverly Winston last Friday and get a win at home, because their next three are on the road for Rush City. It starts tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. No. Apparently, according to this is their last game before the new year. I was totally confused. I am completely thrown off by that. I want to see if that's true. Let's go to their conference website and see if that's true, because that to me doesn't seem right. That's a long time to not play. Let's see. No, it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is their last game until the new year, and then it'll start on the road. So this for Rush City is a big one. This is their last game before the new year. They will get over 15, 16 plus 22 days. They get 3 weeks off of playing, ladies and gentlemen, before their next game. So it's a while before they play again. So for Rush City here tonight, while it's not obviously do or die, it's not playoffs, it almost feels kind of like that, just because, again, they won't play again until the new year. They will get exactly 22 days off until their next game. That is January 6th. That is insane to me that they will get that long off. And that, now, it does give them a lot of time to rest and get healthy, which, yes, is nice. Let me tell you something. I can bet that both players and coaches probably not too happy about having to sit for 3 weeks and not play anybody. That's a long time to play against yourselves. Now, obviously, you'll get a ton of practice during that time, which is great. You like that. And you get to get healthy, which is great. And you get to, have off over the holiday season, which, again, more time with family. Hey, you don't mind that. But what I am trying to get at is, man, you think the preseason is tough when you got to practice against your own team, and you can't go against a different color jersey, and you probably get sick of each other practicing. It's kind of like fall sports. You have to battle against them for so long, then you finally get to go out and hit somebody. This is kind of be a similar situation for Rush City, where they won't get to play or practice against anybody else until the new year. That is not going to be easy for this team, but let's see what they build into. This is a 3-week period for Rush City where they can build into something fantastic. Win or lose this game, that 3-week build-up to a new game can really make or break a team, because you can get closer, you can get further apart during that time. Injuries can happen outside of practice. Crazy things happen in the world. But I think this is a chance for them to continue to grow, to look over the things that they've done in their first 5 games and see, hey, this is what worked, this is what didn't. Let's really perfect things and get it to where no one is going to beat us but ourselves. And if we are beating ourselves, then we know what to correct. But if we get to a point where we know exactly what to do and how to do it and, when, man, they are going to have, again, this is a lot of ifs, but they can do that. I think this team could really go on a run after the new year, especially if they get that much time to practice. So I'm excited. But meanwhile, that's going to do it for our Here's the Pitch pregame show at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. You can use their state-of-the-art pitching machines or bring your own pitcher to perfect next season's swing. That's Here's the Pitch in the Tanger Outlet Mall, North Branch. You can even get live instruction. Yeah, head on over there. Be sure to call in or go to their website and try and do that, because they do fill up fast. That's going to do it for our Here's the Pitch pregame, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a commercial break, because when we return, we'll be set for tip-off here at Rush City High School between the Tigers and the Bombers in this boys basketball game.
Here's Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall. ECE Fiber is built by your community for your community. Work, play, and stay connected to what matters most. We offer affordable home and business packages with no hidden fees and 24/7 support. ECE Fiber, easy to use, simple to set up. That's a cooperative difference. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's ORDERECEFIBER.com today.
Oh, it's the most wonderful time of the year. And one thing we elves love almost as much as candy cane, sugar cookies, and presents under the tree is coloring. This year, WCMP presents a very colorful Christmas. Your chance to stuff your own stocking with cool prizes. Color one of our holiday picks, text it in, and win. It's that easy. Prizes for kids of all ages. Visit WCMPradio.com. Click on the contest tab and get colorful today. A very colorful Christmas. Brought to you by JD Heating and Air, El Mezcal, Hardwater Sports and Sandstone, and WCMP. Woohoo!
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Are you looking for the perfect way to promote your business? Custom apparel's the answer, and tdealers.com makes it easy. Let's build your brand together. From the design stage to production, we are on your team to create gear that gets noticed. Whether you're building a brand or repping your business, we got your back. High quality merch, fast turnaround, and no stress. So go to tdealers.com and check out our winter sweatshirt special.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Back here on WCMP Anthem Country as we get set for tip-off, but first our starting lineups tonight for both of these squads. Starting with the Barnum Bombers. It will be number 4, Kyson Landwer, and number 5, Julian Beckstrand, and number 13, Patrick Poirier. Then number 33, Evan Mundell. And number 51, Brock Hurst. The Bombers are head coached by Rich Newman. On the other side for your Rush City Tigers, it will be Lucas Diedrich wearing number 1. Number 2 wearing Lincoln Gullerud. Then number 3, Braden Ertz. Number 14, Braylon Nyhart. And number 20, Austin James LaChapelle. They are head coached by Ricky Carlson. And that is a look at your starting lineups here for both of these squads. Now, last time I got to see Rush City play was against Pine City. Pretty good outing. Kind of a tale of two halves. Rush City got out to a really good start in the first half. Kind of cooled off in the second half. Again, although they didn't need a lot in the second half, I'm sure they would have liked to have seen it be a little bit more proficient in all categories in that second half. But again, not that they played badly. It's just that it could have been done a little bit more proficiently. And I think they would have liked to have had that there in that game. But again, a win is a win, and they didn't need all the points in the world for that game either. So they got the victory, and that's what matters. Barnum going to be wearing their all-white jerseys and pants. The yellow stripe down the side of the jersey and short. That maroon outline, maroon letters, numbers outlined in that yellow. Tigers in their blue jerseys and shorts, that white and yellow stripe down the side of the jersey and short. White letters and numbers outlined in yellow. Yellow tops of the jerseys as well. Barnum about to make their way out there. Barnum getting some final words from their coach. And it will be Gullerud along with Brock Hurst at center court for tip-off. Gullerud had a big second half against Pine City. If they can get off to a start like they had against Pine City, they have a really good chance tonight against Barnum. But again, we haven't seen Barnum yet, so we'll have to wait and see. This, again, up to this point, I think Barnum's most physical test. Meanwhile, the tip is won by the Tigers. Nyhart will give on the near side now to Ertz. Now in the corner here to Diedrich. Trying to go underneath. He had that one poked, and he lost it out of bounds. And it will go right away to Barnum. We're getting set to inbound. Will be Beckstrand for the Bombers. And he gives it to Poirier. Poirier, one of the two. Now onto this near side. They give it in the corner to Beckstrand. Beckstrand trying to drive baseline. He'll underhand it to the far side. Mundell. Mundell had a chance, but now he's stuck in the corner. He'll dribble it out, give it off now to Poirier. Poirier onto the near side to Beckstrand. Beckstrand underneath the basket. Lost his dribble for a moment. Gives it outside. That's going to be an over and back on the Bombers. And the ball will go back to Rush City. So a mistake by both squads, and looks like Tigers will inbound from their own baseline in the offensive zone. Nyhart to inbound. Goes to LaChapelle. LaChapelle on the far side elbow gives Diedrich top of the key. Diedrich looking to find a way, gives to LaChapelle. LaChapelle to Nyhart. Nyhart on the far side, back to Diedrich. On this near side, LaChapelle gives now, and right underneath, right away, to Nyhart for two. So Nyhart gets the Tigers on the board first, and it's 2-0. Meanwhile, Barnum trying to go quick, but this is going to be another pass that leads to an over and back. A pass that was high initially for Beckstrand, and then he threw it back over his teammate's head. It's another turnover for Barnum, and the Tigers have a chance to double up on turnovers. Diedrich will inbound to Nyhart to begin this possession. He crosses the timeline now, gives near side to Ertz. Trying to go back underneath to Nyhart. He's stuck. He'll give it on the far side. Diedrich for three. That's going to be just off the rim, and no good. Rebounded there by Beckstrand. He'll give it on the far side now. Barnum bringing it back up the other way with Poirier. Poirier to this near side to nobody. Went right in between Poirier and Landwehr. And it's another turnover there for Barnum. And the Tigers get another opportunity on a turnover. 2 turnovers up to that point. Had 2 points, but now 3 turnovers. And now a turnover for Rush City. And it's Beckstrand with the steal, trying to take it all the way. It was poked out from behind by Gullerud, and he's going to get it on the rebound. Gullerud give now to Diedrich. Diedrich on the far side, LaChapelle. Wanted to go underneath, gives back top the key to Diedrich. On this near side, Nyhart gives on the near side to Ertz. Ertz lost it, and going to be, they're going to say no foul call on that. And the ball will go back to Barnum. The defender got a box out, but he also dumped the Tiger player over, which, I don't know, that's borderline on foul. So it will be a turnover for Rush City, and it will go back to Barnum. Now on this near side again to Beckstrand. Beckstrand to Poirier. Poirier on the far side to Mundell for 3. That's going to be no good. Push back and a rebound here for Neihart. Couldn't quite tell the number who was underneath the basket, but he did a great job to get that rebound poked out to Neihart. Now a 3 here from LaChapelle. That rolls off. Great rebound there by Gullerud, and he has it ripped away. Now a battle for the rebound. Neihart gets it back, but he lost it to Beckstrand again. Another steal for Beckstrand, and here comes Barnum. He'll give to Beckstrand. Beckstrand going to drive inside, give out on the far side to Landwar. Landwar, it comes up short on that 3. Rebounded by the big man underneath. That was Hurst. It is no good. Rebounded by Diedrich. Diedrich brings it up the court now for Rush City. 2-0 they lead. About 15 minutes to go here in the first half. Give now on the far side to LaChapelle. Back. Going to get a foul call here on Rush. Going to get, what is that, a wrap? A reach? Something on Ertz. It'll be his first, as well as the team's. So essentially a turnover, and the Bombers have their chance once again. Back, trying to go inside. Mundell nearly has it. He does have it stolen away. LaChapelle with the steal. Quickly up the court. Neihart has nowhere to go, trying to bounce pass inside to Ertz. It should stay with the Tigers. It will. Knocked out of bounds by a member of Barnum. Tigers will get set to inbound it in their offensive zone. Neihart scanning over the defense. Gives it near side to Gullerud. Gullerud on Beckstrand. Backs things up. Now trying to drive. Nothing doing that time. Give to Ertz. To Diedrich. On the far side, Neihart looks to go inside, but that pass is tipped, and they're going to say kick ball. So kick ball here on Barnum will allow Rush City to hold on to the ball. 16 seconds on that shot clock. Neihart will inbound, and they'll start it in the back court. Past the timeline, goes Diedrich, gets around one, going to try and drive. He's bumped, and that's going to be a foul. Yep, a little too much there on that one. You can bump him, but can't throw him off his lane that far. And I think they got the big man Hurst. They did. So Hurst with the first team foul for Barnum. Neihart will inbound. Checking into the game did number 12. It will stay with the Tigers. Number 12 is, of course, Chase Stream. Neihart will look to inbound it again after that one was tipped. Inbounded Diedrich, top of the key. He's going to take the long 3. That's too long, actually, on the shot. And the rebound there for the big man Hurst. Wow, he came in out of nowhere to get that rebound. Back up the other way. Into the near side corner for Landwar. And he is... Wow. No foul call there. Interesting. So Gullerud is going to get a clean block. That looked to be more than the ball, but great block there by Gullerud. Beckstrand will inbound on the near side to Poirier. Poirier underneath to Hurst. Hurst back out to Poirier. On the far side, Landwar. Corner to Hurst. Nearly stolen away. He'll go up for the shot. It is no good, but he's fouled. So he goes to the line to shoot our first free throws of the evening. And I believe they called that one on Gullerud. So his first, team's second. And Hurst to shoot 2. First one's up and good. Couple in and out for Barnum. 35 and 21 check in. Get you those in a moment. Meanwhile, Hurst makes them both. So we're even at 2 apiece between the Tigers and Bombers. Meanwhile, Diedrich gives it on the far side to Stream. He runs right into a defender. Now tries to go back the other way. He's stuck. Trying to give it to Neihart. It's knocked out of bounds by Barnum. 21 for Barnum is Landon Bigelow. .35 is Brady Ferguson. Meanwhile, it is Tiger ball. Nyhart gives a stream too high for him, but he does bring it in. He's working on the defender. Nearly lost it to LaChapelle. Now Gullerud. It's 5 to shoot. 4, 3. Puts up a prayer off the bank. No good. Resets the shot clock, though. Diedrich, he winds up with it, and he puts up a shot. And they're going to say it bounced on the baseline. And they're going to say that it was actually out of bounds off of the... Initially, the ref who whistled it called it off of Barnum. So it would be Tiger ball. And now they're going to have a conversation because the other one said it should be Barnum ball. So it looks like it will be Barnum ball. Okay. We got all that figured out. And did we get a sub here for Rush City? Looks like Ertz came in for LaChapelle. So that was the sub. Meanwhile, the Barnum Bombers have it back. They'll go top of the key to Poirier. Poirier from the free throw line had a shot. Gives back now to Bigelow. Bigelow over to Poirier. Poirier on the near side to Beckstrand. Beckstrand pops off a 3. It's going to come up well short. And Diedrich is there for another rebound early on. We're going to get a foul here as Diedrich driving up the court. I believe that's on Beckstrand. It is. Should be his first and the team's second. So Diedrich will inbound. Him and Nyhart have a conversation about something before they cross the timeline. Then Diedrich will give off back to Nyhart. Trying to go inside to Ertz, but it's tipped and stolen away by Beckstrand. So his third steal already. Trying to have some fancy footwork inside. His pass nearly gets stolen away, but Poirier is there to get it back. Now off to Ferguson. Ferguson had his shot blocked. That was Nyhart who got the block that time. Nyhart with a block, and we'll stay tied at 2. 12:32 to go in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They got 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Beckstrand traveled, and the ball will go back to Rush City. A little bit of sloppy basketball early on here in this one. Tigers scored first, and then it was Barnum on 2 free throws, and that was it. That has been it. Meanwhile, Stream with it. Now to Nyhart. Nyhart trying to go back to Stream. They're trying to find something underneath, just nothing doing. Great defense by Barnum so far. They wanted to go underneath the Ertz, but he's just, there's everybody around him. Nyhart on this near side. Stream. Shot is up. No good. And the rebound thrown off a defender. What a smart play there by Diedrich. Diedrich saw that no one was getting it. He went to chase after it. He threw it in off the defender, so it goes back out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Rush City. What a smart play. Heads-up play there by Lucas Diedrich to keep the ball on his side of the court. Nyhart will get set to inbound. They had Ertz on a deep inbound. Instead, they'll go to Gullerud. Gullerud pulls it in, stays on the right side of the timeline, trying to get around the defender, but nothing doing. Over now to Nyhart. Nyhart gets one move, makes it past one defender. Now out to, try to get it to Stream. It's stolen away. Poirier, shot towards the basket, no good. And a rebound, he'll get it himself. 3 there is going to be no good. Hurst trying to get the rebound. He's going to wind up with it. Now a give here to Landwar. Landwar over to Poirier. Poirier from 3. It's good. So that'll make it 5-2. And probably not what the Tigers could let happen there, if I'm being honest, because I think that's one of those where that could spark Barnum's offense. This ball back out. It's going to be nearly stolen away by Poirier. Pass trying to get to Nyhart was nearly stolen away. Pass on to the far side for Gullerud. Gullerud. Well, they missed a pass to Diedrich earlier in that set. Over to Gullerud again. He's going to put it up over the defender. It's going to be too long. And an easy rebound there for Poirier. Poirier will bring it forward. He gives the near side to Landwar. Now in the corner. 3, no good. And Gullerud there with the rebound for Rush City. Gullerud brings it past the timeline to go inside. And with that, it looks like we are going to get timeout. Timeout is called, and while they take one, we will as well. Back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Anthem Country 106.5 FM AM 1350. Live video on our YouTube at Q Media Sports. That's where we're sitting at Rush City for tonight's game. Meanwhile, I think I do see a sub in here for Rush City. Will be number 34, and number 34 is Joshua Birdfalk. So Birdfalk will check in for the Tigers. And they'll inbound to Nyhart as he begins the set with it. Him and Lashpel go back and forth. Now they'll find Stream on the near side. Inside to Bergfolk. They bring in the big man trying to eat some space. Meanwhile, Nyhart a three is no good. And it is Poirier with the rebound. Now, I don't know if it's Poirier or Poirier, so I apologize to any Barnum fans. Pass back to Landward. Now on this near side, Poirier for three. Ooh. Yep, I kind of figured you might not want to get him going. And unfortunately, he did with that last three, and then he hits another one. Stream with it now. He's calling out the offense. Wanted Bergfault to go one direction. Stream has an open spot for three. Didn't want to take it there. They'll give to Ernst. Now work it inside to Bergfalk. I say it was knocked out of bounds by Barnum. Also probably could have been a foul. I thought he got the arm there, but they're going to say he didn't. Meanwhile, Mundell will check back in for Hurst on the Barnum side. 10:01 to go, first half. Nyhart will look to inbound. He'll go deep inbound to Stream, but it's going to wind up being too deep. It'll go out of bounds. And Barnum will inbound. So here come the Bombers. Bring it up the other way. To the far side corner, Mundell. Moving the ball pretty well, but this, again, another pass that goes high. Landwar, the intended target that time, and just another one that kind of sails on him, and we've seen that, gosh, now a handful, if not more, in this first half from Barnum. It has to be something of concern. Well, the Tigers get it back, trying to score off of a turnover. They've only got two, and they've got a plethora of turnovers. Meanwhile, this nearly another turnover. Lashpel gets back. Nyhart to Stream. Stream, the shot fake, and then he traveled. So it will be another turnover, and Barnum gets it yet again. Diedrich in now for, I couldn't quite tell, Nyhart. Meanwhile, good passing here by Barnum. Poirier has it on this near side, nearly stolen away by Stream. Now a drive for Landward. Give to the far side, Mundell. That will spin in for three. It's 11-2 now on that Brace Orthodontics scoreboard with the Tigers trailing to the Barnum Bombers. Ertz thought he had a turnaround jumper there, and I think they're going to need to just start taking those shots. I think if you've got any room in front of you, you're going to have to start taking those shots. Their Stream does, and that's going to be off target. Bergfalk inside, but he is not enough there. Landwar with a better box out that time. Given to this near side, Poirier underneath, but the pass goes through the hands, and Diedrich winds up with the steal. Diedrich trying to drive, give on the near side, Stream. Stream underneath the Ertz. Beautiful pass to Bergfalk, and he finally gets them back on the board. Beautiful setup there by Rush City, and they make it 11-4. 8.5 to go here in the first half on that Brace Orthodontic scoreboard. Their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Meanwhile, they'll go underneath now, and laying it in for two that time is Brady Ferguson. It makes it 13-4. Meanwhile, this pass is going to be tipped and stolen away by Landwar, and up the other way, ooh, they give it off to Bigelow, and we get a foul here on Rush. So it'll be two for Barnum. They're going to get Diedrich for this one. So his first team's third, and now 2 for Bigelow. First one no good from Bigelow. Couple in and out for Barnum. And Bigelow's good on that one. So 1 of 2. Make it 14-4. Tigers have it back. They give it on the far side, trying to get to LaChapelle. Then quick pass underneath to Bergfalk. Good play setup once again for the Tigers. Just couldn't quite execute it the way they would have liked. So that one gets by and wind up being another turnover here for the Tigers. 13-4. I apologize. Pass on the outside. Poirier. He's going to drive baseline, then give underneath to Hurst. And he's too strong on that one. Gets his own rebound, pushes it back in for 2. Now 15-4. And Diedrich just trying to make something happen. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded that time by Beckstrand. And they'll give underneath here to Landwar. And a really late whistle after Ertz had gotten the rebound. Wow, that's a late whistle. Wow. Let me get this one on Diedrich. Oh, man, that is an extremely late whistle. I suppose not as late as it could be. Meanwhile, Landwar misses the first. Now we'll check in for Stream. And this one no good. Landwar misses them both. Rebounded by the Tigers. They'll get back outside LaChapelle. Now over to Gullerud. Underneath. Well, not quite to Ertz. Just standing outside the paint. Shot is up. And good! Braden Ertz drops it in for 2. Draws the foul. So he'll go for a and 1. Foul there is on Landwar for Barnum. And Ertz trying to make it a 3-point play. Now we've got a discussion at the scorers table. So not quite sure what that was all about, but we got to figure it out no matter what. And Ertz cannot drive it home. Then Diedrich and Hurst will battle for the rebound. It's a jump ball, but the arrow pointing the way of the Bombers. But Ertz still drops in 2. They get 15-6. And the Bombers come the other way. Under 7 minutes now to go here in the first half. Bigelow gives on the near side. Landwar into the near side corner. Poirier. Oh, he's fouled. Nope. Oh, they did not call. They're going to let him play. LaChapelle nearly a steal. Instead, it's going to go to Diedrich. Diedrich will get the steal as he picks it up after it slips through the hands of Hurst. On the far side to LaChapelle. Now back to Diedrich. Back to LaChapelle. On the near side, Neihart. He's going to pull the trigger on a 3. Too much of a line drive. And it's rebounded by Poirier. He takes it up himself. Now give to Hurst on the near side, Bigelow. Corner for Landwar. Reverse layup is good. 17-6. And Neihart up the other way with it. Give all the way over to Diedrich. Diedrich working on his defender. Give now to Neihart. He's trying to drive. Possibly want to go underneath. They do find Ertz underneath. Ertz. Oh, my goodness. Got robbed there. But he gets his own rebound and drops it in for 2. The home rim robbed him of 1 there. But he was good enough to get his own rebound and put it back for 2. Here we go, under 6 minutes to go now. Landwar gives on this near side. Poirier has that pass to him tipped by a member of the Tigers. He'll go out of bounds and stay with the Bombers. Stream in for La Chapelle for the Tigers. Barnum will look to inbound. Right away to Hurst. Hurst looking. He'll go out to Poirier. Poirier makes one defender miss to give to Bigelow. Bigelow looking back to Poirier. That's going to get by him, and another turnover because of a pass. We're closing in on probably with that, or we're close to 10 turnovers for Barnum just because of passes that have gone astray. I mean, they've had some ugly passes here in this first half. Under 5.5 to go. Underneath, if they would have hit Ertz sooner, he would have had an easy one. Now a jumper, a floater rather, there for Stream is no good. Rebounded here by Hurst of Barnum. Now to Bigelow. Okay, trying to get by Ertz, gives out to Beckstrand. To Poirier, wide open top of the key. He's come short, and Gullerud gets the rebound there for the Tigers. Gullerud brings it up past the timeline, then gives to Diedrich, now to Nyhart. They're going to double him, pump fake, then to Diedrich. Diedrich going to pull up for a long three, almost got it there. And then Ertz trying to get the rebound, bounced off ahead of a Bomber player, and winds up getting in the hands of Gullerud for the rebound. And this going to be stolen away on the pass by Poirier. He just telegraphed it. Now on this near side for Ferguson. He's going to drive inside, give outside to Beckstrand for three. Good. 20-8 now. Bombers with the lead. Nyhart give to Stream. All the way across court. Diedrich, quick trigger. No good. Gullerud will wind up with the rebound, though. He mistimed his jump a little bit, but he still came down with it. Nyhart, the floater, off his back foot, lays it in for two. 20-10. Poirier thought about three, holds on to it. Give now to Bigelow. Beckstrand lost it, and it's going to get through a couple hands. It will go back to Rush City. Another pass. That winds up in a turnover. La Chapelle in for Ertz. Nyhart give to Diedrich, now to Stream, all the way across court, but stolen away. Yeah, that's just an ill-advised pass there, and it's stolen away by Bigelow. Now they give here to Ferguson. Bigelow on the far side, Beckstrand. He's just going to take it and be aggressive himself and lay it in for two. 22-10. This pass now to La Chapelle. Stream back over to Diedrich. Nearly stolen away to Nyhart. And just outside the paint, the floater no good. Rebounded by Ferguson. And here come the Bombers back the other way. Poirier slowing it down, trying to get by his defender. Give to Beckstrand on the far side. Bigelow. Back to Poirier. Under 3 minutes to go. Timeout called here by Barnum. 2:52 to go here in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Back here on WCMP, Anthem Country. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Tigers trail by 12 to the Barnum Bombers. Embrace Orthodontics will leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Barnum makes their way back out onto the floor. Barnum starts with it in the backcourt. Quickly to Poirier, now on this near side. To Beckstrand. Good passing underneath. Ferguson spins back around, trying to get to Hurst. Hurst to the basket for 2. 24-10. They make it and extend their lead. Pass over to Dietrich. Good pass there, well out of the way of the defender. LaChapelle wanted to go underneath to Gullerud, and Gullerud on the baseline nearly went out of bounds, but then gives it off in time to his teammate. That is Dietrich, and now this one going to go out of bounds. That should be Tiger ball. Oh, no. Went out of bounds off of Tiger. So the ball will go back here to Barnum. And Barnum with it. Poirier give on this near side of Bigelow. Beckstrand inside Hurst. Ferguson. On the far side, Poirier. No good, but a rebound. Wind up in the hands of Bigelow. Now to Beckstrand. Poirier wide open. 3. Well, run around a few times, but he finally gets it to spin in. 27-10. On the far side, Dietrich. Dietrich give here to Gullerud. Now back out Nyhart. Trying to find somewhere to go. They're trying to really work it in the paint. Haven't been too high on getting these shots out wide. Well, that shot no good. Gullerud is there for another rebound, and now eventually it's stolen away by Poirier. And he gets another one. Beckstrand over to Bigelow as he brings it forward. This pass poked. Got back to Hurst, though, and now a 3 is off the mark. Rebound. Goes way back to Bigelow. Is tipped by Hurst. Underneath Hurst. Aggressive to the basket. Shot is no good. Rebound here by Chase Stream. They've got the numbers. And LaChapelle drops it in for 2. Good pass there by Stream to LaChapelle. And then just a good job by LaChapelle to drop it in. Meanwhile, we are now at 30 seconds to go in the first half. Poirier, 3, no good. Bounce right back out Nyhart. Nyhart brings it up the court for his team. They're going to try and move quick. Nyhart with 20 seconds to go takes it. Shot is good! Plus the and 1. 27-14, 20 seconds to go. Foul there goes against number 35. That's Ferguson of Barnum. Only their team's 4th and his 1st. And Nyhart tries to make a 3-point play. Won't be able to happen there. So it was rebounded by the Bombers. And they'll wait and probably take the last shot of the half. Good movement of the ball. Then it goes almost tipped out of bounds by the Tigers. And, man, they could have used that one. 7 seconds left. No look again. Inbounded Poirier. Spin move. Shot up. No good. Rebound. Thrust down the court. And it's going to hit the divider here at center court. Stream was looking for that last second heave. And when he threw it up, unfortunately, he hit the divider here in the court. So, no heave. And that will take us to half. Tigers trail in the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard 27-14. Your customized smiler journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Life Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. Find out more at embracemn.com. After a word from our fine sponsors, we'll come back and it'll be time for our halftime show brought to you by Holmes Auto Body and Glass in Morris. So stay tuned after a word from our fine sponsors.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
Hey Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Stay connected with ECE Fiber. Get fast, reliable internet for your work from home needs. No more lag during virtual meetings. Manage your account easily with the ECE Fiber mobile app. ECE Fiber, simple, local, reliable. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's orderecefiber.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Back here on WCMP for our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora has 44 years of experience getting vehicles back on the road. That's Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Taking a look at some first half stats here. We'll start with the Barnum Bombers, who are led in scoring by Patrick Poirier with 9 points. 6 for Hurst, 5 for Beckstrand, 3 for Mundell, 2 for Ferguson and Landwar, and then 1 for Landon Bigelow. They were led in rebounding by Hurst, who had 6. They had 8 steals and 4 team fouls. On the other side for your Rush City Tigers, Nyhart led them with 6 points, 4 for Ertz, 2 for LaChapelle and Bergfalk. Leading them in rebounding, was Gullerud with 7 in that first half. They had 3 steals, 2 blocks, and 4 team fouls. Blocks were by Gullerud, and Nyhart. So, first half play in the books, and I don't think either team played particularly great in the first half. And one of the things that I noticed was, and maybe I'm talking too much about it, beating a dead horse, so to speak, but one of the things I did notice was Barnum. I don't know if it's because it's, a Monday of a new week. I don't know if it's because it's, maybe they haven't played here in a while. I'm not sure what it was, but they had, again, close to, if not at or over 10 turnovers just because of passes that were well off. I mean well off. They had, I think, a handful or more that went over the head of their intended target. And then they had a couple that just were a little wide or here and there that slipped through the hands. So there were a plethora of plays there in that first half where Barnum, at least possessions that they lost because of the passes that were I don't want to say they were necessarily bad because, again, some of them were just, well, they didn't grab them well enough, but some of them were bad passes. So you got the mixture of, players not grabbing in passes and then the passes just simply not being good. It was not a good combination there in the first half for Barnum, so that'll definitely be something they'll be looking to work on. For Rush City, now, they didn't hit a three. They took a couple, but it didn't seem like they wanted that was their game plan here in this one, to shoot too many threes. I thought they had a couple of opportunities. Now, it's easier for me up here to say than it is down on the court. You go down on the court, it might look a heck of a lot different. You might be saying to yourself, whoa, no, he did not have room. But I thought there were a couple of instances where a Tiger had some room to shoot. And, again, now it might be the play call, so I could be sounding like a fool. But it just looked like they had a few opportunities, and then they didn't take them. Because, again, they were covered pretty well. Now, I don't want to say that they weren't covered well because I want to give credit to the Barnum defense. They've lived up to what their average is so far. They have really lived up to that. Their defense is pretty dang good. They are sticky, and they move well. And I was really impressed with that Barnum defense here in the first half. It lived up to the hype, so to speak, and I was really impressed. There was just really nowhere for the Tigers to go. What a pull by that young man. That kid who just got the ball in the white, number 4, he just grabbed that thing one-handed. That's impressive. Anyways, back to this game. So Rush City didn't really have a lot of room to maneuver. They tried to pass the ball and catch Barnum out of place, but there weren't but 2 or 3 plays and or possessions that Rush City had where Barnum was out of place. There just weren't that many. And even when they were, Barnum got back so quickly that, well, Rush City didn't get a free point out of it. So even if Rush City did catch them out of place, well, they got back real quickly to Barnum. So Rush City, unfortunately, is just going to have to play some offense and play through some things that they, whether they saw it or maybe they didn't think they had, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, they're going to have to play through it because Barnum right now, I mean, their defense is just on point, and it's not going to be stopped. So they're going to have to play through some of this stuff. It's the contact, it's the pressure. I mean, it's just been really impressive here for Barnum, their defense here in the first half. But, again, the Tigers have had a few instances and chances where I thought that maybe they'll have a chance here. So I think they're going to have to. Maybe. Sorry, I'm watching the free throw competition. Meanwhile, I think the Tigers are going to have to start putting up some shots that they might not otherwise do. And again, I know right now they're trying to get this ball underneath to try and find some, higher percentage shots underneath the basket and just, get the bank in or the easy layups. But right now, it's not working for Rush City. So they're going to have to try and find something else to do, and or the execution is just going to have to be that much better and that much quicker when they're out there on the court. It's going to have to be one of those two things because right now, Barnum there's nothing to do against this Barnum defense right now. Rush City just has had no opportunity for much of anything. Even breakout passes, they're just not there. I mean, passing lanes it just seems like everything Rush City does, Barnum has an answer for. So Rush City maybe going to have to change the game plan a little bit, but if they want to keep working that ball inside and underneath the basket, they're just going to have to play stronger. These passes are going to have to be a little bit more crisp and quicker. That is, some of the keys to the second half here for Rush City. Before I cough up along in your ears, that is going to do it for our Holmes Auto Body and Glass halftime show. Holmes Auto Body and Glass is ICAR and ASE certified. They're recommended by insurance companies, so if you had an accident, let Holmes Auto Body and Glass fix you up. That's going to do it, and we'll take word from our fine sponsors. When we return, we'll have the second half of action here on WCMP.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Rice Krispie Sheet Treat, just $14.99. Sweet Chaos Drizzled Popcorn are just $2 for $8. Snack Time Frosted Pretzels only $5.99 each. Ghirardelli Milk Chocolate Snowmen are just $7.99. And Shirley Temple 7-Up 12-packs, 2 for $12. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today.
Traditions are passed down, and we learn what is important. The value of $1, the importance of family, the ability to do a job yourself. Central Boiler designed the Classic Edge with these same values in mind. The Classic Edge Outdoor Wood Furnace from Central Boiler. A perfect combination of value and performance.
Visit northlandboilersales.com.
And we're back and just about ready for the second half here inside Rush City High School, where Barnum leads over Rush City 27-14. Barnum, the second best scoring offense in their section so far with 80 points per game. They have the second best defense as well, only allowing 40 points per game. So it's a their defense is living up to the mark. Offensively, though, the Tigers, like I said, I think this might be the most physically challenging team they've played against so far, and I think that holds true as well. Rush City has kind of held their own here. Meanwhile, they will start with the ball. They'll go right to left on your radio dial, and Barnum will go left to right. Diedrich will give to Ertz. Ertz looking to LaChapelle. Now did Diedrich. Gullerud to Nyhart, and Nyhart just a little too leisure on that play. Kind of got caught not ready for that ball. The pass got to him, and he was not at all ready for it. The Bombers will come back the other way. They'll look real quick for a score. It's going to be no good. And the rebound there for Nyhart. He lost his dribble, almost lost it out of bounds, picks it back up, give now to Ertz. Ertz wants to drive baseline. He's going to try and bully his way there, and he drops it in for two. Hey, there you go. Like I said, if you're going to want to try and get those shots closer to the basket, you're going to have to play a little bit stronger. Pass going to have to be quicker. That was a good play. Meanwhile, this pass nearly stolen away, but they get it back to Barnum, and then they try to throw inside to Hurst, and it was knocked out of bounds by Gullerud, so Barnum will keep it. But early on, Rush City doing a good job just getting in the lanes. Beckstrand with the pass, and now Poirier, and oh my goodness, the friendliest of friendly bounces there. One that shouldn't have went down, but it did for Poirier. And now Diedrich will give to Ertz on this near side. Back to Diedrich. Diedrich wanted to go to Nyhart, nothing doing though to Gullerud now. Now Nyhart. They'll move this ball around. Now near side. Diedrich now trying to get it all the way across to that's Gullerud for three. Shot is no good. Beckstrand got the rebound, but it was stolen right back by Nyhart, who drops it in for two. Good play there. Good heads-up play by Nyhart. Makes it 30-18. On this near side now. Landwehr give off to Poirier, and Poirier just wide open in the lane. Drops it in for two. Makes it 32-18. On the near side, Ertz. He waits, gives top of the key. And Diedrich. Now to Neihart on the far side. Back to Gullerud. Inside Ertz. Ertz trying to go to a cutting Gullerud. Gullerud lost the ball. Neihart on the far side picks it up. Trying to drive baseline. Underneath the basket. I don't think he realized he was that open. Misses. Gullerud gets the rebound and drops it in for 2. Gullerud has been a rebound machine here in this game. 32-20. I mean, Tigers are right there. They're only 12 down right now. And this pass gets to Hurst. And then they try to get it back to Landwehr, and it was knocked out of bounds by Ertz. Bigelow will check in for the Bombers of Barnum. They'll get it inside Ferguson. Ferguson finds a lane to drive. Easy, too. That was too easy there for Ferguson, and makes it 34-20. Again, they're going to try and work it inside. Ertz got it. Now back out Neihart for 3. That is good. Their first make from long range here this evening. Makes it 34-23. Bigelow on the near side, trying to go inside to Hurst, and what a play by not only Barnum but Hurst himself. That was not an easy shot, as he was kind of leaning out of bounds as he made that shot. Come the Tigers back the other way. Wanted to go to Neihart. That was nearly tipped. Neihart driving inside, trying to go underneath to Gullerud. Gullerud under some pressure. He backs out from underneath the basket. Now trying to go to LaChapelle, back to Gullerud. He's going to try and drive baseline again, run into the 2 big men for Barnum. Back out to Neihart. Neihart will take the 2 shot, but no good. Ertz with the sticky hands for 2, no good, and it's rebounded by Hurst. That was an impressive grab by Ertz, just a one-hander, but unable to put it in for 2. Bigelow give to Beckstrand. Barnum doing a good job moving the ball around. Back over on this near side, Bigelow. Going to try and go to Hurst. Hurst underneath, shot no good. And he'll draw the foul. Shot won't count. Just going to go against Gullerud, his second. And Hurst will shoot 2 for Barnum. First one rattles out. Stream in for Gullerud. And Hurst on his second is also no good. Rebounded there by Diedrich. And I think it was stolen away by Beckstrand. It was, and then as he put it up for a shot, Diedrich tried to get the block, and, well, he fouled him. So that'll be his 3rd on Diedrich. Team's 2nd so far in the second half. And Beckstrand's first is no good. Bergfalk will check in for Diedrich. Again, Diedrich has 3, so he's going to take a little bit of a breather, and they'll get the big man Bergfalk in. That one's good. So he makes 1 of 2, make it 37-23. Neihart past the timeline. Now he looks, guarded well, give to LaChapelle. Nearly double team. Neihart for 3. No good. And Bergfalk was there for the rebound. Then his teammate came in out of nowhere and it actually kind of hurt them because I think Bergfalk had the clean rebound. So it's going to wind up in the hands of Poirier. Underneath, Hurst. And he drops it in for 2. All of a sudden, 39-23. Neihart gives to LaChapelle inside Ertz. Now to Stream. They'll move the ball around. Just trying to find something underneath or get wide open from the perimeter. Wow, a 3 is no good. Rebounded Bergfalk, and he's fouled. So now he will go and shoot 2. First foul of the second half for Barnum. It goes against Beckstrand. It's his second. This one no good by Bergfalk. This one is. 1-2 for Bergfalk, 39-24. There's 12, about 12.5 to go here in the second half. Beckstrand. Again, Barnum moves the ball around really well, and they've got Poirier open on the far side elbow, and he's going to drain that. 42-24. After that good-looking shot from Poirier. They have Nyhart open on the far side, but he's just being patient, waiting. He thought about 3, then pulls it down, drives inside, and he gets the friendly roll. He drops it in for 2 on that bounce off the side of the rim. 42-26. Again, Barnum moving the ball around well, and Beckstrand, he gets the leverage he wanted and drives to the basket. Drops it in for 2, 44-26. Barnum with the lead. Nyhart thought about driving baseline, but it closed quickly. Then he gives to Stream. Stream gets the defender to fall, banks in the 3. Well, the defender got to him and he slipped, and Chase Stream just said, hey, I'm wide open, I'm just going to take this one. Smart idea. And he makes him pay for that one. Pass on this near side, stolen away by LaChapelle, then gives it off to Bergfalk. What a great job there by LaChapelle. Nyhart again trying to drive baseline. Give the Stream, got the defender to slip again. Got into the defender to draw the foul, and Stream will go and shoot 3. Good job by Stream just to put that one up, realizing, hey, if I lean into the defender a little bit, I'm drawing the foul. What a smart play there by Stream. Foul here. Not sure who it was on. They say 3. But that's not quite right. I don't think. Yeah. Well, I don't know who the foul is on, but Stream makes the first, comes up short on the second. And Stream, good on that one. So 2 of 3 that time around, 44-31. Checking into the game for the Tigers was 24, Carter Guy. Now we get a whistle on the other side on the Tigers. It's going to be on Guy. And not quite sure who the foul was on Barnum. Meanwhile, an inbound here for Barnum goes to Ferguson. And he'll eventually give it to Poirier, now to Bigelow. Inside to Ferguson. They got Hurst on the far side. Excuse me, that is Beckstrand. They'll give it to him again. He's going to put up a 3. He hesitated a little bit on that one. Nyhart with the rebound. Breakout pass here to Guy. Can't get it to fall. Too far out in front of Guy, and then Guy had to turn on the jets, and he would just wound up getting too far underneath the basket. Meanwhile, Beckstrand, a nice pass, nifty underneath the basket. Get it outside Ferguson, now to Beckstrand. Beckstrand will shoot a 3. It's going to be no good. Hurst is there for the rebound. And we get a charge here offensively. That'll go against Hurst. Be his second, team's third. And here come the Tigers, 44-31. Nyhart again into some pressure. Guy looks at the basket, then gives underneath the stream. Now to Nyhart. Nyhart, the long two is no good. Beckstrand there for the rebound for Barnum. Move the ball up the court quickly. Poirier gives to Bigelow. But before too much more, we get a timeout called by Barnum, and while they take one, we'll be back in 30 seconds.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency, so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Back here on WCMP, 44-31 is the score here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Tigers trailing the Barnum Bombers 44-31. Ooh, sounds pretty good. Just made an announcement about concessions, and about half of the people are leaving. Free popcorn and $1 pizza. I'd be one of those people. Meanwhile, here are the Bombers coming back out of the timeout. No look pass in to Hurst, and he drops it in for two. Nifty looking pass from Poirier. Here come the Tigers the other way. Guy gives it on this near side, and that's stolen away by Poirier. He's taking it all the way, drops it in for two. So fast break point there, points rather for Poirier. Under 10 minutes to go. Diedrich gets the pass, quickly takes a three, but is off the mark. Ferguson with the rebound for Barnum. Poirier nearly lost that dribble, gives near side Beckstrand. Beckstrand gets around one, drops it in for two. 50-31. Stream at the free throw line, give to Guy. And that defense starting to turn it up a bit now for the Barnum, and Nyhart for three. Right over the defender, that is good. Good looking three shot there from Nyhart. And over the defender. I wanted to see them do that a little bit more in this one. Meanwhile, Poirier for three. That's going to be no good, but Rush City not able to get the rebound. It's Beckstrand who's going to get it for Barnum. Now this pass underneath the Hurst. Too far out in front of his reach, and it will go back to Rush City. That rebound should have been Tigers for all the reasons, but they catch a break. Checking in for the first time here tonight for Barnum is Logan Charbonneau. Meanwhile, the Tigers have it back. It's Nyhart. He gives to Ertz. Ertz wasn't quite ready for it. Trying to go underneath to Stream, and it's stolen away by Charbonneau. It's going to go against Ertz, his second, team's fourth of the second half. And the Bombers have back. Bigelow. Charbonneau. Beckstrand thought about the three, pulls it down. Give for a long two to Evan Mundell. Haven't heard his name a lot here in the second half. Seen him a little bit in the first half. Not a lot here in the second. Meanwhile, we have under 8 to go now. Diedrich give to Nyhart. Quick three. And this ball up for grabs. Ertz, 2. So Ertz gets the rebound and puts it back in for 2. 52-36. Bigelow to Beckstrand. That pass inside, stolen away by Stream. Nyhart trying to drive baseline. He does find that drive. Give back out to Stream after he was guarded. Well, he was doubled. Then this pass now to Ertz. They're going to try and move the ball around here. They want to go inside. Stream head fake on the 3. We'll give here to Diedrich. He's going to go for 3. That's going to be no good. And it's Mundell with the rebound. Bigelow picks up his dribble, give now. And Beckstrand through traffic, can't get that one up. It's rebounded there by Gullerud. Gullerud to Nyhart. Nyhart wanted that three. He'll go back to Diedrich on this near side. Diedrich guarded well. Spin around jumper, no good. Into the hands of Ferguson. And back the other way comes Barnum. Mundell along two from just outside the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Nyhart. And just as they pass the timeline, it's Coach Carlson with the timeout. While they take one, we will as well.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose Auto Owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Back here on WCMP. You know, I don't know why we don't play this song more often. Cotton Eye Joe. I mean, who doesn't love this song? And if you do hate this song, you're wrong. You're allowed your wrong opinion, but you're wrong. Great song. It's just it's a great song. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably not going to go and search it and listen to it. But if it pops on the radio, I'm definitely not turning the channel. Let's put it that way. Diedrich with it. Gives to LaChapelle. LaChapelle. And they'll just, again, they're going to try and move the ball. Try and find something open. They're going to try and find some sort of lane maybe inside. We're not afraid to shoot it long. But his pass over the head of LaChapelle. It's a steal for Poirier. And he drops it in for two. So to make it 54-36. Pass trying to go inside now to Stream. It is knocked out of bounds by a member of Barnum, and Nyhart will check in for Stream. And with that, Nyhart will go back to inbound. Nyhart gives on the far side, Diedrich. Diedrich. Good movement of the ball. Ken just trying to find some way open. Nyhart, a little bit too much of a line drive on that shot. Ertz, though, gets the rebound. So he'll try and reset things for the squad. Now Nyhart too far to Gullerud, and Beckstrand with the steal and two. Some of these passes are just really kind of ill-advised here for Rush City, and not good passes. Now, again, I know you got to force some things, but that one, can't blame them. Poirier just read it like a book. Blocked there, though, by Diedrich. It was a steal for Poirier, but Diedrich comes back with a block and a half. My goodness. That was a hustle play there by Diedrich. That was impressive. They find Nyhart underneath, a little bit late on the pass to him, and it's rebounded by Hurst. If that pass got there a little bit earlier, Nyhart has an easy two, but just didn't get to him in time on that one. Meanwhile, this ball nearly stolen away by Gullerud, but Barnum will hold on to it. Meanwhile, this pass inside to Hurst is nearly stolen away again by Nyhart, but it's out of bounds, and Barnum will get it back. 4:22 to go here in the game. Beckstrand, he'll try and drive through a couple of different defenders, and they give here. Now on the elbow, they left him alone. Three is good from Charbonneau. 59-36. Gullerud Trying to get around his defender to the baseline, but nothing doing. Ertz inside, back outside, Gullerud. 3 is long, and rebounded by Ertz. Turnaround shot, good. So Ertz another rebound, turnaround shot for 2. 59-38. Here come the Bombers. Good pass inside, but Hurst can't finish it off, and it's rebounded there by Gullerud. So Hurst with a great chance to get easy 2, but just couldn't finish off the play. Nyhart on the far side pulls that one in one-handed. Good movement of this ball allows Nyhart an open 3, but again, too much of a line drive shot. But it is going to be rebounded underneath by Gullerud, and he puts it back in for 2. Good job by Gullerud just to swarm in there really out of nowhere to get that rebound. Under 3 now to go. It's a 19-point difference here for Barnum. Beckstrand. Ferguson nearly lost that one. They got good movement, does Barnum. Poirier left alone for 3. A rare miss. It's in and out, and Diedrich gets the rebound. Diedrich looking for his first points of the evening still. Gives to Gullerud, and oh man, that went through his hands. Didn't quite look that one all the way in, and just did get it back. So again, Tigers with good movement, and you know what? They've almost been better on getting rebounds and scoring. Meanwhile, that one is well off, and Poirier is right there for the rebound for Barnum. He lost his dribble, does get it back just in time. Good move with the ball. They're trying to go inside to Hurst. Knocked out of bounds by Gullerud, so Barnum holds on to it. Stream and Bergfalk in for the Tigers. Is Bigelow in for Barnum. 2:05 to go. Stay tuned. We'll have the Pizza Bowl Pine City postgame show coming your way after this one has ended. This one is up, no good, and rebounded again by Gullerud. Team leader, and I think he actually leads both teams in rebounds. He has a lot of them here tonight. 59-40. Give underneath to Bergfalk, and as soon as he comes in, he finds an open lane to the bottom of the basket. Drops in for 2, and now we've got a Barnum player in some pain. Looks to be a cramp. The way his teammate is helping him. So it looks like it, hopefully, we'll cross our fingers that it isn't anything worse, but looks like it could just be a cramp, and looks like they're trying to massage it out, so hopefully, again, we pray and hope that it's nothing more than just a cramp. We never want to see anybody get hurt. That is the last thing you ever want to see happen in a game. Tough to have that happen so late in a game, man. I mean, it sucks when it happens in general, but man, when it happens late in a game like this, that is just, I mean, that sucks. Plain and simple. So Ferguson is up underneath it, under his own power, and walks back to the sideline. Well, we're good to go. Okay, he's going to chug some water over there. Get a little bit more hydrated so cramps don't last. And meanwhile, here come the Bombers again, leading 59-42. Bombers just kind of playing keep away right now. They don't need to score. They know that. They're just going to try and take as much time off the clock as they can. Looks like we'll see some younger guys come in for them. Looks like 11 and 23. I'll try and get you those names. Now they got 8 to shoot. They're inside Hurst. Travel, and he's not going to get the 2. 11 for Barnum is Nick Stevens. And 23 is Carter Hautajavari. Oh, God, I apologize. I'm not even going to say that last name. I'm just going to kind of leave it at Carter H. That's how I'm going to put it. So not to embarrass myself too much. Meanwhile, we got subs in for Rush. I see 22 and let's see, 32. 22, that would be Wyatt Sprecher? And 32 is Maven Knutson. I believe that's it for new guys anyways. I think everyone else has been in this game. Meanwhile, an inbound going to be stolen away by Barnum. That's Charbonneau with the steal. And a 3 that is going to be no good. Rebounded by Charbonneau. And we get a foul here on Rush late. And that will go against La Chapelle, his first. 46 seconds to go. Charbonneau will shoot 2. First one's good. 60-42. And that one's no good. So rebounded by Berg. Falk. Trying to find somewhere underneath. Carter Guy! Nice job by Carter Guy. The fadeaway 2 is good. 60-44. Driving baseline now is Bart. Oh! A dunk from Landwehr. A dunk. We've seen one. And a 3 comes up a little bit short. What a play by Landwehr. Everybody on the Barnum side pretty happy. But that's all right, back here on WCP. Sorry about that. We got disconnected there for a moment, but we're back. So that, as I was saying, will be the final here on this one as the Tigers fall to Barnum 62-44 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 62-44. So the Tigers will drop to 2-3, and the Bombers will hang on to that unbeaten record so far on the season. So the Bombers will continue to stay undefeated. But here in this one, you know, for the Tigers, I want to point this out because I think it is worth pointing out. The Tigers score over what the Bombers are allowing. They haven't allowed more than, well, they've allowed 64 points, but the Tigers, you know, tonight score over what the Bombers are allowing. The Bombers are allowing about, 40 points a game? The Tigers come out and score 44 here tonight. Now, that may not seem like super impressive to many people, but I think it is enough. And, again, I thought in this one, that the Tigers were kind of in it to the end. Again, it's 18 points? I thought it felt a little bit closer than that, even though the Barnum Bombers kept it kind of at a safe distance the whole game and really the whole second half. But I thought for Barnum, or for Rush City, as much as Barnum did keep it at a safe distance throughout the entire game, Rush City was, 1 or 2 runs away from turning this thing completely around and making it a game again. Now, obviously, Barnum, pretty darn good game. I think the Tigers in that first half just struggled to find a little bit of offense and just couldn't really get into rhythm. I thought they sped things up a little bit here in the second half in a good way. A lot of times when we talk about teams speeding things up, it tends to be a bad thing. But I think here in the second half, it actually kind of worked for Rush City because I think speeding it up a little bit kind of helped them get by that Bomber defense a little bit quicker. Now, again, one thing that I did notice is that even though they did try and still drive baseline, they still tried to get that ball inside a little bit more. They did a really good job of passing the ball around a lot faster, and it wasn't great passing, but it was much better than it was in the first half. And, yes, they did have some steals. Bombers made some plays here late. I don't think it was quite garbage time. I wouldn't go that far, but the Tigers did, I thought, enough to kind of, again, go, if they make this a different game, if they were able to go on a run, this would have been a completely different game, and we would have been talking about this game being a lot closer. Again, coming out, I don't remember if they got to single digits. That was a long time ago, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be real, no. But, yeah, I think the Tigers, despite this loss, I think they've got some things that they can work with. I think, again, now this will be their second loss in a row, but I think this will be something that they can take and move forward with and go, okay, hey, our offense has yet to kind of really get going here this season. We've only scored over 70 points once, and in our wins, we've scored 70 once, and then we scored 53 in the other. Other than that, in our losses, we've barely eclipsed 40. We eclipsed 40. Never mind. They haven't eclipsed 40 in their losses except for tonight. So, and again, this is their last game until the New Year's, ladies and gentlemen. So this is their final game until January 6th. I looked at it on MinnesotaScores.net, and I went to their conference website. This is their last game until January 6th, and that game is going to be on the road. So this is their last home game for a while. And now, clear my throat real quick. I apologize. Now, there are no tournaments for them they're going to be at during Christmas break. It's just going to be a long, rolling run for them. Starting January 6th with 2 games on the road on that Tuesday and Friday. Then they'll go and play at Christ Household of Faith the next Monday. Then finally get 2 home games the 15th and the 16th of January against Bram and Malacca. 2 really tough teams. So it is going to be a while for this squad. They're going to go on the road to a really tough team after the New Year, to East Central. So there's a lot that they can do. There's a lot of things that they can look at and go, okay, here's how this worked. Here's how this didn't. Here's what we did here. Here's what we did here. What can we do to improve? How can we get better? How can we do this better? They have a lot of things I think that they can work on now as they go forward into the new year. They'll have 3 weeks of practice, ladies and gentlemen. 3 weeks of film that they'll be able to just sit and look at. 3 weeks of games that they could go to at night and go, okay, here's what this team looks like. I think that would be a smart thing to do. You look at East Central, who they're going to go and play on the road come January. I think they'll try and make it out to a few of those East Central games. I think that would be a smart thing to go and get some scouting done. Mille Lacs might be a little bit of a tough one because, well, they're all the way up in Isle and Onamia, so that might be tough. But if they got any road games around the local schools, which I'm sure they do, then you can go watch them. So I think what they'll be able to do is not only practice, not only watch a bunch of film, not only watch some of the things on themselves to get better, they're also going to be able to go out to these games and look at these other teams in person and go, okay, here's what they did. Here's what they did with this team. Here's what they did. Hey, how can we get this team to do this? And how can we get this team to, how can we get by them? So they're going to have a chance to look at a lot of teams. Now, for East Central, not going to be a lot of chances to look at them. In fact, really none, because they are on the road till the new year. They have an away game against Hibbing coming up tomorrow. Then they go to a Nevis tournament on Friday and Saturday. Then they go, and the following week, they're during Christmas break, if you'd like to call it, to Lake Park Audubon. Then they come home that Saturday against Ely, and then on the road to Ely. And then they finally get a home game, and they'll play back-to-back Monday and Tuesday against Moose Lake and Rush City. So not too many chances to go watch East Central, but still a chance to watch a bunch of film on them, study it up, and then come out and go, okay, here's what they did, here's what they look like, and here's how we can now come back and combat that or do this against them or try and do that. So I think they've got a 3-week break. all the while, it is going to be tough when you have to practice and play against your own team for that many weeks in a row. Football players will attest to this too. It can be a little bit. It can get a little bit repetitive. It can get a little bit to where players are nonchalant about it because it's just it's the same thing over and over and over again. While again, you'll be looking at film, you'll be able to maybe implement a few new things now. It can be to where it becomes so. Again, I'm not thinking of the right word right now, so I apologize. It's blanking me. I know some people are saying to the radio, "Hey, it's this word," which I appreciate. I can't hear you, but I appreciate it. But I think the Tigers have a really good opportunity here to grow throughout this 3-week break. Is what I'm trying to get to. While yes, it is going to be tough to play your own team for that long, and it's not going to be easy to go through practices for that long without playing a game. I think it is going to be good for the team because at the end of the day, they're going to get to spend that much more time with each other, go over that many more things, implement this many more things, perfect it all, and then go back and watch film and go, okay, here's what that team does best that we're facing. Here's how we can get around that, or here's how we can combat that. So I although a 3-week break is tough, I do like the fact that this is an opportunity for them to continue to grow. But the final here on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 62-44, Tigers fall to Barnum. Here we are in the Pizza Puff Pine City post-game show. Appreciate them for sponsoring. Of course, if you want to stay up to date with what's going on in our local sports, a good way to do that is by subscribing to this YouTube channel. Every time we go live, you'll get a notification. All you have to do is click on it. It will take you right to the live video. Another way to do that is stay tuned to our morning shows over on 100.9 FM with Josh and Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when we'll talk about sports, scores from the night before, as well as games coming up that day and or that weekend. And coaches, you'll hear clips from coaches' interviews and so much more. Another way to stay tuned is our website at WCMPradio.com. On there, you can go to the Sports tab, click on Broadcast Schedule. That will show you all the links for the games that we got coming up during the week. It is subject to change. Also on our website, we got interviews with coaches and players, articles from games that we've been at as well. Even more ways to stay tuned. Go to our social medias, follow, like, subscribe. Our Instagram, our Facebook, and then our X or Twitter at Q Media Sports. So be sure to tune in and follow and subscribe. Do whatever you got to do to stay up to date with all things local sports. Breaking sports news, LOI signings, broken records, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, all that and more on our social medias. But for me, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Again, you are our loyal listener, and I can't say thank you enough because, again, if it's not for you, well, I don't get to come out here and call in these games because, well, nobody's tuning in. So with you tuning in, I get to continue to come out here and call all of these wonderful, crazy, fun games, and I am so appreciative for you guys tuning in. Also want to give a huge shout-out to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. Again, it is because of them that we get to bring you these games for free. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness can truly make their day. It costs nothing to be kind. Remember, it is free. And God commands us to love everybody. Love thy neighbor and your enemies as well. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
That concludes our broadcast from WCMP Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit WCMPradio.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station. Also available via the WCMP mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. WCMP is 100.9 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1350 AM. Licensed out of Pine City. And 1350 AM. Licensed out of Pine City.